This is the Iron Trader. It is Thursday morning, so we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. Now, remember, there's going to be a lot of earnings now. You want to watch Apple's stock today. It's rallying a little bit right now, and the earnings are after the bell. That should be a good market mover. Now, yesterday was really a wild day here because you had that Fed meeting, and it sold off, and then the Fed came out, and he said there was a possibility of raising rates isn't really there, but cutting rates isn't really there either. So it's kind of like stagnant situation is what he's looking for right now. So you want to be very pay attention to all what the market is doing and watch that Apple report there after the market closed today. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, you can see yesterday, big ass red candle going on right here. And we went right into that 50 SMA here, sitting at 78.87. So far here, we're holding it today. However, what we have here on the upside is very strong resistance now. So let's take a look at the upside first. So we're looking at that 80.11. That's going to be very key. Then what we'll do is we look at the bottom of this candle right here. Okay, you're looking at 80.95, and then we look at yesterday's high at 81.57, and then we'll come into the strong resistance here at your 50-day at 81.78, and then we have right above that is we have your 82.05. Now this chart here is starting to look, what I can say, pretty ugly. Okay, see your 21-day here rolling over. Your 8-day here is it crossed over your 21-day, but now it looks like it wants to cross over to 50-day. If it comes all the way on down, then you're going to be fighting it just like this. Okay, see how that is? Then you're fighting that 8 simple moving average here. So right now, this isn't looking really too great. Okay, so what we want to do is you want to obviously here today's low so far was 79.02. Yesterday's low here was 78.83. So far we have a higher low. So we got to see if this can reverse and start climbing above all these key levels here, or is it going to sell down lower? Now, if we lose this key 50 SMA here on your weekly chart, then we're going to be looking right there at that 21-day. That's going to be your next support at 78.05. And then we come right over here to 77.89 here, which is your old 100 SMA. Okay, so that's going to be very key. And again, obviously, if that's all lost, then we just follow these candles all the way down. You can go all the way down to 76 here, 79 here. We have 75.84, and you can come all the way down here to this 200 SMA here on your weekly, which is 75.06. I always like to point out where it could possibly go here, but right now we're just trading right against here this 50 SMA. That's going to be very key to hold that here on a closing basis. Now, the key is to get right back above here on that 200-day. If you can climb above that, then I say we can have a nice target there on your 50-day and your 8-day. But again, you can see where this price channel, see how this price channel rolled over? But I want to show you one thing here on the chart. So over last weekend, what I did is I did a video on candlesticks and chart patterns. Okay, so I always go back to look at that myself because what it does is it keeps it very sharp. It's right on my playlist. So anytime you want to go check it out, you just click right on, it's right there. So what I'm looking at this chart pattern here is this. Okay, this is a possible left shoulder right here. This is a possible head, and then this is a possible right shoulder. Okay, so this is what they call a head and shoulders pattern going on here. Now again, if you can break through all this resistance and get above that, well then that negates the pattern. But always keep your eye on these patterns here, okay? It gives you just that little bit of edge, okay? See it? See right there? Your left shoulder, okay? Your head, and then your right shoulder kind of a situation. See that? Head and shoulders pattern. Very typical. So now we have to see if it's going to play out. Now, again, if you can rally above all of this and get above here, then, it negates the pattern and it's no big deal. But just keep your eye on that here because this just might play out, and then that would send this crude oil here down much lower, okay? So just remember that, okay? So always look, anything that'll give you an advantage. So today, here's what we're watching. You watch yesterday's low, 78.83. Very key, and you watch this key 50 SMA, 78.87, okay? So you're sitting right about there. That is your downside. If that is lost, you're going to go right to that 21-day at 78.05. Okay, that's the key. The upside, what you want to watch is this 200 SMA. Very, very crucial. 80.11, very, very crucial. If you can get above that, then we can go to this resistance level right here, which is, we just look here at that 80.95. We have 80.88, and then we have your 80.70. So this would be your next resistant level right here, and then we can go up to that 50-day. So that's what you want to do. But today, the very, very key is yesterday's low, that 50-day on the downside, and the upside is this key 200 SMA. Now, when you look at it on your MACD, well, your green is way below your red. This is good momentum, but to the downside. Okay, so remember that. Now, our RSI here, we pretty much hit that 20 mark, so we're kind of like bouncing off. We got to see where it's going to go, today. Now, here on your weekly chart here, your green is still above your red, but if that rolls over, this will send that price right on down very, very hard. Okay, same the RSI here looking, well, that can curl right back up here, but we got to see here how it is for the week. Now, for the week, which is only you have 2 more days, today and Friday, you really want to hold that 50. It would have been nice to hold this key 8-day and that 200-day like we're sitting here, but with that big ass red candle here that we had yesterday, not looking here too good. Okay, all right, let's take a look and see what natural gas is doing. Okay, here we have natural gas, your weekly chart here. Okay, so this here, you're sitting at 210. That is going to be your upside level. That's going to be very, very key. And then downside level, 1.78. Okay, so right now you got the pinball action. You're going in between here. If you can just hold that, that would still be very considered pretty good bullishness here, as long as you don't lose that 8-day here by end of tomorrow. That is going to be very key. Now, on your MACD, your green is here is above your red. That looks okay. RSI here is looking really okay. So right now on your weekly chart here, this is looking very good as long as we maintain that key 8 simple moving average. It'd be nice to get above your 21-day. If you can, you have a nice target there at 2.48, your 50-day. But so far you can see where it went just right into it and then pulled right back. Okay, now here on our daily, well, let's just see here. Okay, so here's that contract roll. So you're in that June contract. Okay, and then what we did is the following day we put in a higher low, very, very nice, and then higher high. And then the following day, what do we do? You went right into this key 100 SMA and pulled right back. There's your brick wall. Now, yesterday we put in a lower low, but if you notice, okay, yesterday's low was 1.91. If you look right over here to the bottom of the candle, you're looking at 1.909. So you're holding this level. That's very, very good. Again, if now, let's look at the downside first. If that level is lost, then what you want to do is go to the top of that candle. That's 1.89. And then we want to go to 1.85 here. And then this 8 SMA at 1.86 is just above that. So that's going to give you some really nice support here. Okay, so even if this comes down and it goes through that, say that 8 SMA and to your 8 your top of your candle at 1.85, but it holds it on a closing basis, that still would be very, very good. Okay, for this to take a run higher. Now again, if it loses it, well, then the next level is going to be 1.81. That is your 21-day, and then right below that we have your 1.78. That is your 50 SMA. Again, if that's lost, we can define this. You can come right down here. You have 1.74. We have 1.72. But this is what you'd be looking for, is that 1.67. There's your gap fill. Okay, see right there's your gap. Right there is your fill. But right now, we're holding that level up here, which is very, very good. It's a different pattern than what we had here. See, when you had that contract roll, we came up and we rallied, came down, then we rallied. This here is like a sideways action, which is very, very good. And now we look at, see where your price channel is. Now it leveled off right here at that old 100 SMA here. Okay, sitting at roughly about 2.9. So what you need to do here now is what we want to watch is so far today, we put a low in of 1.92. Yesterday's low was 1.91. So we have a higher low, and today's high was 1.98. Yesterday's high, 1.97. So higher high, higher low, that's always very good. So what you're going to be looking for here is you have 1.92. What we're looking for is this 2.0. That is going to be your next resistance level right there. If you can get above that, then we'll come right up to the top of that candle, 2.05. Then what we'll do is we'll come over to the top of this candle. You're looking at 2.9, which lines up very, very nice here with your 100 SMA. Now, with your price channels here, widening out. See how this here, the price channel went up here and it rose up and now she's flattening out. So now there's your trading range is going to be right there. Now you can see where the trading range is going up then, okay? See where we had this trading range here and then you stair-stepped up here, okay? This one stair-stepped down, so your range got really nice and tight. But now it looks like you're broadening your range. If you can hold that 8 SMA here, this is looking very, very bullish here to take another back run here at that 209. And then we'd have to see what happens when you do get to that point. Is it going to double top and sell back off? Or is it going to break out and then rally right on up here, okay? So what you want to do on today on the upside is watch today's high at 1.98, and this is the key level that you're looking for is that 2.0. Above that, you got that 2.5, and then we have that 2.9 area, okay? Once we can get above that, then we have right there 2.10. So everything is sitting right at that 2.9, 2. But if you can close above that, oh, that would be very, very bullish. Okay, that way you could really add to a big position there. Instead of me trading like 5,000 shares, I'd probably be doing like 10,000, maybe even 15,000 shares if you can close above that, because then you know your target is going to be right there. That's going to be 2.16, and then we have here 2.42, and then we have these nice levels here. You're looking at roughly 2.48 and then 2.48. That would be your nice upside target. However, you have to close above that. If you can't, you're going to go sideways action to down. Okay, so just remember that. So for today, watch this key level on the bottom. That's going to be very critical, that 1.90. If that's lost, then we look to the 8-day. Upside, 2.0, 2.5, 2.9. Okay, so now this is still a trader's market. Okay, this is not a buy and hold situation unless we can close above that 100-day. If you can close above that, then I know you can rally right on up here, because then we'll be aiming for this key level here, this 50 SMA and that 200 SMA. That way you can go long. But right now you want to just scalp this and see how this all trades. But right now looking good because you got a higher high and a higher low. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading, and we'll take a look and see what natural gas is doing, and we'll see what what crude oil is doing. And then since it's Apple Day, let's take a look. We'll take a look at Apple stock. Okay, thanks for watching.